Good morning, good afternoon. Today's Tuesday, May 29th, 2018, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Looking at the surprising market developments right now, we see, well, initially, Starbucks closing 8,000 stores today to have a racial bias training. Like I repeated many times ago, stores develop the strategies to reserve services, including bathroom access, due to many problems with patrons coming in and being troublemakers. I'm not particularly saying any group or any demographic, but that is problem with non-customers and in customers as well. So the natural response was correct, which is to kick out non-paying customers. I mean, many times now, people that grew up in New York City know how to handle these things. But as you know, the CEO of Starbucks didn't grow up in New York City or any other major city. So that's that a little bit. We do see the Dow Jones dropping over 500 points after we knew family conflict related matters. With the U.S. trade tariff threat again, and the Italians having their elections being called into question again. So we'll see how it develops. There's a lot of major reactions to policy developments. Oil Bears wins approval for acquiring Monsanto. They're not a drug company. All right. Alright, but they do have to sell off a lot of assets to satisfy regulated requirements. So Goldman's talking about the recent over the weekend drop in oil prices due to complaints by consumers reaching a critical consumer complaint pricing, where regulators, including the executive of the government, complain about it, largely because no thank you from the Saudi prince stuff. So there's a little bit like that. So you see like cultural differences and perspective over media companies that did eventually got physical. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. So that's that. A lot of developments to come as well. So you see recent activity with the, as I mentioned previously, Eddie Lambert's Sears. Here's my opinion on the, what do you call it, like some discrepancies with the development of Amazon and Sears. Amazon had a CEO that has a technical background that can create new value using technical skills, like such as computer machinery and the derivative services that you can do with networking machineries as like the internet. And like basically Amazon is a website that can have a lot of functionalities that's created by his technical background. Now the difference is that Eddie Lambert didn't make a big splash 10, 15 years ago through his rapid evaluations play by acquiring Sears and then increasing his net worth. But he doesn't have a technical background. That's the tragedy of this comparison. Eddie Lambert stayed within the financial stuff. Never really innovated or take advantage of any technical innovations that came about many times, but Amazon's Bezos did. So this is the two different things. Same dudes, basically in the beginning, but one took a technical background initiative, like learning new stuff, like the bros do, and the other guy just like just stay within his financial know-how. That's it, without trying to learn additional stuff. That's fine. So this is development of Sears, and there's another development for Amazon, which I did feature on Amazon like a year and a half ago. when it was around $500 to $600 a share. Now it's over like more than double your money if you have followed my commentary. All right, that's that a little bit. A little bit news on Italians again. All right. Yeah, you just see the natural progression of thought, because when men become successful and have free time to think, they'll ask themselves many, many fundamental questions. Why is he here? Was there a creator that created everything with a mission for men? You know, and these questions have been trying to answer many legitimate films and movies like Star Trek. And this is natural. We look up and then we want to go there as well. First hinted by the moon. This is the only planet that is tilted on an axis due to another smaller planet affecting the gravitational spin. So you ask yourself, the moon, is it a hint or is it play other roles as well? Or is it provided by the creator just for that scenario? So KKR to acquire BMC software. So this is like a non-related like investment. KKR is not known for the technical know-how, and if I was like an investor, I wouldn't invest in KKR to invest in software because they don't know. There's not that their acumen on these things. It's mean they're more relatable to like cracker companies, like Nabisco kind of thing, which they made the name on. Okay, here's some of the major headlines on Google. All right, as you can see, Dow Jones recovering a little bit to 478 drop, and the fix went up by $5 to 18. All right, Bitcoin is popping again. This is the natural placement for Bitcoin. When the stock market goes down, Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency seems to be going the opposite. See oil going back to $66. It better be around 50 or more consumers be complaining this shit. No thanks to those freaking Saudi prince keep coming here and screwing people up. Here's the net effect of what I think. Because they was trying to promote investments into the economy to diversify. Not a lot of people are biting on it. So they have to go back to their old economy or just selling oil at higher pricing. The only thing that we see so far is just like, the release of another, like a movie, like superhero movie, like at around the malls. That's it. That's the only investment that's been done so far, a major investment. Nobody's biting on the economy that affects so many, like, not limited to so many, understanding of technology. So that's my little opinion, like some opinion on this. It's just not a lot of people investing in Saudis. So they're trying to push up the pricing to go back to the old economy of making money. Alright, so these are the major developments. So we do see, major market turbulence, gyrations from Asia to Europe to, to the U.S. Due to, Italian elections and reintroduction of tariff threats. We see how it develops eventually. The major things that you can trade, you can see as I mentioned them before. Alright, today's Tuesday, May 29th, 2018, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Something of note, I did mention Amazon in my daily video, when it was 500 and 600 bucks a share. As you can see right now, it's much higher. And after that, India's Modi went for a big hug on Amazon. As I mentioned, I do have Indian followers and Chinese business followers. Some Chinese business followers decide to go acquire Germany's robotics firm after I featured these robotics arm splitting supercars in my supercar videos listed below. Some of them dated. Also, I understand that my sometimes actionable commentary do affect sovereign policies, like my commentary on the Korean affairs with Bitcoin. You can see a little bit further back before the United States imposed full maximum pressure on sanctioning North Korea, including cryptos. So there's a little bit like that. So today's Tuesday, May 29th, after the Memorial Day holiday Monday, 2018, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Happy trading, everybody.